In this video, we're going to talk about social media platforms that are dying. Before we get started with the first platform, which is Pinterest, just like always, please make sure to stay updated on all things social media. With that said, let's go ahead and get started. Pinterest has been around since 2010. It was created by Ben Silbermann, Paul Sciarra, and Evan Sharp. And if you haven't heard anything about Pinterest since then, that's because not much has changed or improved since its early days. Now, don't get me wrong, Pinterest still gets over 400 million monthly active users, but it doesn't appear to be growing, and most people are starting to use it for inspiration and not necessarily saving their pins. So there's not really any interaction happening on the platform. Pinterest has attempted to change multiple times throughout the years. They've tried getting into video, live video specifically. They've tried making changes such as allowing users to shop directly from the app. There's even been talks of Pinterest becoming a search engine, but none of these attempts have really paid off, and now it looks like Pinterest may be dying. Okay, so maybe Pinterest isn't exactly dying, but it is struggling to grow and evolve, and it does appear to be losing interest from younger generations. We've seen a lot of creators leave Pinterest in the past year or two, and what's really interesting about this is that some of these creators had large followings and they were doing well on Pinterest, but they've decided to can it anyway and move on to other platforms. Twitter is definitely one of those platforms that falls under the dying category. If you aren't aware, Twitter hasn't seen much success since 2014. The platform did see a lot of growth throughout the rest of that year, especially during events like the US elections, but after that initial spike, it really just kind of leveled out and stopped growing. You may think that 321 million monthly active users isn't bad, but when you consider the fact that Facebook has 2.89 billion, Instagram has 1.38 billion, and YouTube has over 1 billion, Twitter's numbers look pretty small. I mean, YouTube is only growing and expanding right now. Just look at the number of shorts creators and viewers. And then there's TikTok, which has way more engagement than Twitter ever will. Twitter has a lot of problems. Their algorithms are outdated, their ad revenue isn't growing, there's just not really any room for growth on the platform anymore. And to be honest, I don't really see this changing anytime soon. Twitter has a pretty old user base, and most new users are coming to the platform to troll. Like, honestly, who else uses Twitter for any other reason? People have also been saying Twitter is dying since 2011, but unlike some of the other platforms we mentioned, I don't really see a turnaround happening for Twitter anytime soon. Next up on our list is Snapchat. Now, I know what you're thinking. Snapchat is dying. No, it actually isn't. Snapchat has been performing better than expected lately, and in terms of active users, it's doing quite well. They've been able to increase their user count for 3 consecutive quarters. Snapchat is up about 17% year over year. That's almost 363 million daily active users. It's safe to say that Snapchat's user base isn't dying, but that doesn't mean everything is peachy. Some of Snapchat's key metrics are down, including cost per ad and revenue per user. And while many businesses use Snapchat to reach Gen Z and millennials, both of these groups are using other platforms now. For example, TikTok has proven to be a better advertising channel for reaching younger generations. And according to CNBC, eMarketer predicts that Snapchat won't recover its lost revenue until 2025. In addition to this, Snap Inc., Snapchat's parent company, has struggled to turn a profit. They've never made an annual profit, and their stock is down 77% since its launch in 2017. The company is currently valued at about $18.3 billion, and according to Bloomberg, that's less than half of what it was worth when it went public. Alright, so now that we've gone through some platforms that are either dead or dying, let's talk about the platforms that are actually thriving and the ones that you should be focusing on in 2025. So the first platform is obviously TikTok. You've probably seen a lot of videos on here about why TikTok is dying. But we've actually seen the exact opposite. We've seen TikTok become more popular than it already was, and this year we'll probably see some of the highest engagement rates we've seen on the platform yet. TikTok is only becoming more popular as time goes on, and I think one thing that people don't realize is that TikTok isn't just popular amongst younger generations. Sure, 30% of TikTok users are between the ages of 10 and 19 and 20 to 29, but you also have a massive amount of users between 30 and 49. In fact, eMarketer estimates that Gen Z and millennials will account for almost half of all US retail spending in 2023. And this is up from just 33% in 2020. So you really can't go wrong by marketing on TikTok. In my opinion, the best thing about TikTok is that you don't need followers to succeed. Yes, followers help, but they're not necessary. Even if you don't have any followers, you could post a video and go viral, and you don't need millions of followers to start making money either. There are people that are making tens of thousands of dollars a month with less than 10,000 followers. And there are countless examples of people making money with just a few thousand followers. The earning potential on TikTok is huge, and whether you're trying to grow your business or you're a content creator looking to monetize, there's no denying that TikTok is where it's at right now. Next up on our list is Instagram. Now, don't get me wrong, Instagram is going through some growing pains right now. The platform is being overshadowed by TikTok. The algorithm has changed several times in the past year, and overall, brands and creators aren't seeing the same level of reach that they used to. But despite all of this, Instagram is far from dead. If anything, Instagram is continuing to grow. Meta announced that Instagram has reached a milestone of 2 billion monthly active users. That's more than double the size of Twitter's entire user base. And with the changes that are being made, such as moving towards video, I believe Instagram still has plenty of room to grow. We've also noticed that Instagram stories have been booming recently. Brands are seeing higher engagement rates and reach on stories than they ever have before. So if you want to get out the word about your business, Instagram stories is definitely the way to go. Instagram Reels are also seeing a lot of success. In fact, Instagram reported that it has over 150 million daily active Reels users. It's clear that Instagram is still evolving and growing, and it's a platform that you definitely want to be on if you want to grow your brand or business. And finally, we have YouTube. Now I know what you're thinking. Everyone says YouTube is saturated. How is it still growing? Well, let me ask you this. How do you think YouTube got so big in the first place? In the beginning, there were very few creators. In fact, there were so few creators that you could easily get views by simply uploading a video. As more and more creators joined the platform, competition began to rise, but YouTube didn't die because of this. Instead, it forced creators to step up their game. This is exactly what happened with TikTok as well. When TikTok first launched, it was easy to gain a following. But as time went on, people started to get wise to the platform. They realized they needed to put out high-quality content if they wanted to get views. And as a result, the content on the platform has gotten better and better over time. Same thing happened with Instagram. What will happen with YouTube is that as more people join the platform, the quality of videos will continue to improve. The videos that get views will be the ones that are the most helpful, entertaining, or informative. Videos like these are the ones that we create on this channel, and thankfully, based on the analytics, we're helping a lot of people out with our content. Our goal isn't to get rich or famous by creating YouTube videos. Our goal is to simply help people, as many as possible. If we can do that, then we'll be successful on YouTube. And even if the platform dies tomorrow, we would still be happy knowing that we helped a lot of people along the way. YouTube is still growing right now, and it's a platform that you absolutely have to be on in 2025. As you can see, some social media platforms are dying while others are thriving. Make sure that you focus on the platforms that are still growing and don't waste your time on the ones that aren't.